Ireland's cabinet has failed to agree on whether Dublin should appeal against a ruling by Brussels that technology giant Apple has to give 13 billion euros of underpaid taxes to the government. Independent lawmakers in the ruling minority coalition say they need to know more about the consequences before they agree. Regardless, Apple is going to appeal, and the case faces much legal and political wrangling. The problem is, in the long term, this windfall could be a poisoned apple, as Dublin has for years boosted the economy and created jobs by attracting multinational companies to take advantage of Ireland's low corporation tax. The fear is this ruling could cause an exodus of firms and discourage others from coming. Around Europe, corporate tax rates vary hugely. At the top of the table are France, Belgium, Portugal and Italy. Britain recently proposed cutting its rate from 20 to 15%, which would put it close to Ireland's 12.5%. The rate in the United States is 35%. The European Commission has criticised several countries for offering sweetheart tax deals to multinationals, and the Apple ruling won't be the last, this analyst says.
Certainly more to come, and no question the US targets are the most appealing targets, if nothing else because they've got the deepest pockets. The US companies have been very efficient at doing business in Europe and not paying too much tax, and now the political climate demands that they pay tax going forward.
Relly says the kind of disenchantment that led to the British vote to leave the European Union means Brussels wants to be seen to be defending its citizens and making sure big multinationals like Starbucks, Amazon, McDonald's and Google pay their fair share of taxes. But it might backfire, with companies reconsidering investing in the EU.
I think it's a calculated decision by the EU that big tech companies are still going to want to do business in Europe. Having said that, if you have the choice of making an investment decision, putting down an R&D facility in Asia or the US or Europe, you might choose to do it somewhere else other than the EU from now on.
The US Treasury has warned the Apple ruling could undermine US investment in Europe, and this has become a presidential election issue, with Donald Trump proposing US corporation tax be cut.